seemed like a clean operation.
Yeah.
For the most part. Is that accurate?
Yeah, so, today was a really good a day to finish the week, because I thought that, our week was a good week of practice. We started out, we had a lot of good situations, we had a lot of plays on the second day when we were doing the pads on the second day, red zone 2-minute, all those things, and we really stretched the limit in terms of the plays with the guys, and it was good to get those guys in that situation. Second day, we had a 13 or 15 play drive, which was really good with the ones, and we have to put those guys in that situation because that's what you get in the game. So really excited about that. And then in terms of the operation today, in the game, I thought we were really good with the offense. There's no penalties for the first offense. The defense operated well. They obviously we end up dropping the coverage on one of the plays, and need to do a better job on forcing the ball on the other one. But overall, I thought they did a nice job. Defensively, I thought we attacked the football well. I thought we really rushed the passer better than we had. So you can see some improvements there. So we're excited about that. And then getting all the young guys in there, the young guys that needed the reps, our first 3 picks, were in there working, and it was really good to see those guys in there. I thought they operated well. Good to see all the quarterbacks, in there as well, and again, I know that's, with Valus in there, muffing that punt, again, it comes down to fundamentals. It comes down to technique. And we're going to work on that. And again, reading the flight of the ball, getting ourselves in position early, and then getting underneath the football and and squeezing the ball down on the catch. So we'll keep working on that. But overall, good day, good operation. I thought we took a step forward today, and we're looking forward to next week.
How nice was it to see 2 explosive plays on the first 2 drives like that?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that in a first preseason game. But, it's a credit to the offense. We've been working really hard on those screens, as I said last week, and they're operating better. Our timing still has to get better on those. But it's really a credit to, obviously, the athleticism of DJ, but, and Herbert as well. But it's also guys blocking, certainly on the first one. I saw Braxton, block the edge there, and I saw Mooney seal it. So it was a really good play by all 3 of those guys. And you saw the speed of DJ.
How much easier does it make it for Justin when he can get the ball into the hands of some playmakers and not have to do everything himself?
Yeah, you said it. You said it. When you have skill, when you increase your skill on your football team, the catch and runs get larger, right? And the stat line looks better. So we're going to continue to do that, and certainly we're going to take our shots down the field as well. But it's a good thing to see, and it's not a real big surprise to anybody that's been around because we've all seen it in practice. So it's just got to keep working. We got a long way to go.
You mentioned with Valus. We haven't seen issues in camp with him. Did he explain anything to you? Was it the game, the win? Was there something different that happened today with him?
Those are 2 short punts. Like I said, the nose was up, so those come out. They come down pretty fast, so he got 2 of the more difficult ones back to back, so that's a good punter. He's a really good punter, and he can boom them. So we were setting back a little bit because he can bomb them, in the part of the field he was in. So he had to come up, more than he usually would. So just got to use fundamental technique and read that ball before it gets, too high, and then get underneath it.
Terrell Lewis is the guy that's made plays throughout the offseason. What does it say to him he's able to do that today, especially the strip sack, and generate a lot of the pressure on him?
Yeah, a lot of good plays by him today. Of course, he can rush the passer. We know that for sure. But the one thing that D-line's got to know that we got to make sure we're on sides, because it was a 3rd and 4 down there, and we jumped off sides, and now it made it 3rd and 2. So that's harder on the play caller because in 3rd and 4, you're thinking, high percentage pass. You can set your defense up that way, and as soon as it went from third to 4 to 3rd and 2 on the 2, then it's either or. So we got to do a better job. But yeah, he's done a really nice job of rushing the passer.
With Tyreek Stevenson, was it nice to kind of see? I mean, you've seen it in camp, obviously, you see a competitiveness and physicality in the game situation.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. The reason he's here is because of that, because of his length and because he's physical. And you saw that today. He made a lot of good tackles, crack replace tackle, open field space tackle, even the tackle on the sideline. I think, we'll have to go look at that. But I thought that was, it was good technique. We'll have to see where it is. He's got to lower his target a little bit maybe, but overall physical, and just he's been wired in the whole time, and it's good to see him.
What stood out about DJ since you've had him in the building and gotten to work with him?
Yeah, I just think when you add a playmaker like that to your football team, there's excitement. I mean, just automatic excitement in the whole building. You know, it doesn't matter if you're what side you're playing on, because you know this guy is special and he can make a lot of things happen. And I would say that his attitude and his personality is very infectious. So he kind of lights up the room when he comes into it. And you guys have interviewed him. You can kind of see that, and that's kind of a cool vibe to have in the in the locker room and with the coaches. And so he brings all that energy to the team.
How much progress have you seen from Zach Pickens? He had a nice sack, he had another tackle for loss, seemed like he played well today.
Yeah, I think he's, focusing on, the first task at hand, and that's get off, and I think he's doing that, and that's when he's at his best. He beats him to the punch, and gets off on the football, starts his day on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Then good things happen, because then they're off balance. He can use his hands, use his long arms, so he's learning to do that, and you saw that today in that sack he had.
How do you feel about Darnell Wright, Coach, his debut?
Yeah, I mean, I have to watch the tape, because you're looking at other things a lot of times. I did see a couple snaps where he looked good. He looked good. So we'll see it. Like we said, we'll evaluate every player, go through it, slowly, and then because the players have the day off tomorrow, so we've got a lot of time to make sure we're going through it. And really, it's about the style. We want to make sure that the Chicago Bears are playing with the right effort, the right intensity, being smart at how they play, and then playing with good fundamentals and technique. And that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to help each player, and we'll get each player a couple things to work on this coming week based on this tape, and so he can really hone in and focus on his skill.
What do you hope to take away in terms of the collective with these joint practices and the opportunity there?
Yeah, well, I just think it's great. I've been involved in a lot of these, and I think it's really cool because you get to go against different skill sets. So we've been going against the same guy. DJ's been lining up against, Jalen, and he's been lining up against Stevenson and all those. Now we get to line up against Pittman and different guys, and, so it's pretty cool. And the guys are, those are some good players, and same thing with our offense going against the defense. There's some good players over there, and so it's going to be an exciting week.
I think it's been over a week now with D-Walk and Tremaine and Brisker. Is there any hope for joint practices? And does the fact that it's joint practices, maybe a little bit more physical, does that change the decision making with some of those guys coming back?
Yeah, that's a good question. All those guys that we talked about are day by day right now. So we're really, focusing on those guys, honing in on those guys, so to speak, to see when they're going to get back. So we're hopeful for that, but we'll see where it goes.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.